Hopefully you have watched the last video I posted about sharps and flats. I had F sharp and G flat in there and I was showing you that. If you have not, go back and watch that one before you do this one, because it shows you whole notes and half notes and you need to know that to know about sharps and flats. But I had posted that video and I got to thinking about it. I thought I need to go ahead and make another video and post that one along with the first one I made, because I left out a lot of information. I was confused quite a bit when I was learning these, because if there's no black key, I didn't know what to do in between. But I have since learned that a sharp whatever is a half step or a half note forward, and a flat is a half note backwards. So I am going to give you the rundown, starting with C, going through and showing you every sharp and flat. Now, the thing that has always been frustrating for me is remembering that some of them are doubled, the same chord for two different notes. So, for instance, C sharp and D flat are the exact same chord. But I'm going to start off and show you that now. So, I know that C is C and G. If I'm going to play C sharp, then I'm moving a half step forward. So C is going to go to C sharp, E to F, G to G sharp. So from here to here. And then it is the same thing as D flat. So I know D is D, F sharp, and A. And if I move into D flat, going a half step backwards, it is the exact same chord as C sharp. Used to frustrate the mess out of me. I have finally gotten over it, praise God. Next is E flat and D sharp. Now, D sharp is a real thing. You won't hear people say play D sharp very often. And the reason for that is because if a chord in its root already has a black key in it, it already has a sharp, for whatever reason, they won't say play D sharp. They'll call it E flat before they'll call it D sharp. So it's the same thing for A, because A also has a black note in it. But anyway, so again, C, and then C sharp, D, and D flat. Now, I have D, and if I was to move forward into what would be D sharp, I would go from D to D sharp, I would go from F sharp to G, and from A to A sharp, which is also E flat. So if I'm playing E, G sharp, and B, and I move a half step back, woohoo, there it is again, same chord. Okay, then we have F, which I showed you in the last video. F, A, and C. Moving a half step forward into a sharp is F sharp, A sharp, and C sharp. And it is also G flat, G, B, D, half step back. Also the same three notes, the same three keys, just called flats now. Okay, and then we have, if I'm going from G into G sharp, also called a flat. So from G, one half step forward into a sharp is G sharp, from B to C, and from D to D sharp. The same thing for A flat. So if I'm playing A, C sharp, and E, and I move a half step back, it's the same chord. Frustrating, I know, but you'll learn it hopefully quickly, hopefully a lot faster than I did. If I'm playing A and I'm moving up into what would be its sharp, it is also B flat. So A would go from A to A sharp, C sharp would move to D, and E would move to F. So that is A sharp and also B flat, because if I'm playing B, which is B, D sharp, and F, and I move a half step backwards, there is your B flat. And that, my dear, is all of the sharps and flats that I know. Hopefully I haven't confused you on this. If you need me to break it down, if I need to focus on any one thing in particular for you, just shoot me a message and let me know. I'm fixing to make another video showing you minors and how you find a minor of anything. And you'll hear from me soon.